So it's 6:30 in the morning and I'm here at one of the staging areas. That makes it sound like a complicated sort of mess, or it kind of overblows the importance of something. I'm actually at a place here that locals will know as Lower Falls. Not really a primo fishing spot. I mean, there's big fish there, and I'm hopefully going to show you one of those if I can. And I was going to use my tenkara rod, but today I've opted for my standard 4-weight fly rod, and we'll see what happens down there. I figure I've got to do this whole McLeod mess and include fishing somewhere along the line. Don't ask me why, by the way. Two things. Why? I'm wearing the same shirt I was wearing yesterday. Yes, I look like a vagrant, and I'm sorry. Second of all, why do I look off like this when I'm talking, as if there's somebody there? There's nobody here. As a matter of fact, I could be mauled. See, I just did it again. I could be mauled by a bear right now, and nobody's going to care. So whoever isn't over there where I'm looking, I don't know, it's a nervous tick, sorry. Okay, so anybody expecting some kind of articulated video on fishing, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. But one of the reasons why I come to this spot at 6:30 in the morning is because, first of all, you'll notice possibly there's a lot of fish down in this deep hole, and there is. But secondly, this time of the year, as hot as it is, this draws a plethoric amount of swimmers. And if I want any kind of aesthetic purity to my video and doesn't want some guy, poor guy from, 60 miles south of here showing up in his Speedo with his physical bellicosity spilling out all over the place, diving in there and bombing the fish, then I've got to come here now while it's still cold. See, there is this idea that maybe a fish down here is going to grab my fly as it's drifting through. But it doesn't appear to be the case. So we have this thing going on that's technically called the recalcitrant fish syndrome. This means fish are not grabbing or biting anything. I cannot overemphasize the fact that I am not catching any fish. So I guess the short answer is sit around and wait for the sun to creep over the hill, and then maybe I'll catch a fish. That's what you do in a fishing video. So I started thinking about the thing up in the parking lot, about me looking off, doing that thing while I talk. I'm sorry, I don't know why I do it. But I was thinking about why I do it, and I think I might have a clue. It's somewhat Freudian and fraught with all kinds of psychological terminology that probably has a lot of value. But I think when I do this, I'm reaching for my next thought. I know, any minute now, I promise. And apparently, this morning, all this pointless flailing at the water is going to do me no good whatsoever. So I crawled down here from up there somewhere, thinking I was going to be able to spot some fish down in here, and I don't see them. Every day they've been here, now they're not here. Where do they go? Hey, for the record, I moved downriver because it was so pathetic at that swimming hole, nothing going on, and yet I've come from clear down there, way down there. I've come up through this canyon, and I switched to my my tenkara rod, my tenkara USA, my Awana. I'm over here at this cliff, this big cliff here. No fish here a lot, and I'm gonna see if I can get something out of that spot right there. If I don't get anything from here, I'm skunked. 3 hours later. 3.5 hours later. I've never been skunked on this river. Never have I been skunked on this river. Never. Pathetic.